Nice of you to drop in.
I'm coming for you, Joker. You're going back to Arkham.
What's up, guys? It's me, Espada here, bringing you another speed art. This is the second speed art for February. Wasn't sure I was gonna do this, but I had planned to draw this character for a while. What you see on the screen is I am drawing Static Shock. I went through a lot of different recording because for some reason it wasn't recording properly. So for some reason it messed up, and I didn't understand why until I figured out what other stuff was running in my background that was making OBS lag for me. So I fixed that. So that fixed the problem I was having. Also with the other, like with the game I was playing too, make it even more laggy. And sorry, I'm eating in the background. I've been trying to finish this picture for a while. But, let's see. But when I was younger, I still, like, I still now, like, I still like watching superhero cartoons. So, before Teen Titans came out when I was younger, there was Static Shock, and then Batman and Superman. I always liked those cartoons, and even like the 90s Spider-Man cartoon and Unlimited. But like Static Shock was like he was like a very interesting character. So, cause in his life he deals with real life things that we deal with now, like sometimes racism. Because with one episode, and then one, I think if I remember right, for the first episode was about like the bullies were getting into him, and one of his friends is a gang member and wanted to recruit him. But I'm not trying to spoil too much of the series. I want you guys to experience the show if you can, if you haven't watched it yet. But my take on drawing Static, a mix of different mediums from the cartoon and then the comics, and then some picture I found on Google that said it was unused, like unused design for him for Injustice. The superhero video game by NetherRealm Studios that's like Mortal Kombat, but with superheroes fighting. And so I mixed a bit of those different designs together to come up with this. Like it has a mix of the unused drawing that I don't know if it's real or not, but there's also a mix of the early cartoon, of Static Shock, and then some later comic ones. Like I couldn't decide on how I want the mask look too, so I tried making the mask look kind of like how it looks in the cartoon, but it was giving me problems with how I wanted, yeah, how the design I did. So I scrapped that idea, and I did like how the unused Injustice design had the glasses, and then the comic book one uses the goggles. So I mixed the mask and the goggles together to make his little mask. Cause making his regular weird domino mask, I think that's what it's called. Trying to make that work was kind of hard. And so I did like a glasses thing, but it still looks like his domino mask. And then I had also a problem with the shoes, the shoes for on the feet, and then the little disc he flies on. But I did my best on it. And then I'm not that good at drawing dreadlocks, so I've drawn before, but they haven't come out the best. But I kept messing around with it too. So I try to look at different tutorials on Google to see I can get it right, because I was gonna draw it the way I normally do it, but then I wanted to get better at doing it, so I looked at a tutorial how to get them to look exactly a little bit more like dreadlocks. So what you see is what I was able to come up from looking at the tutorials I was looking at, as so they were just images. Oh, yeah, the little jacket. I mean, the little not jacket, but the little shirt thing he's wearing is like a little mini bulletproof vest type of thing. I took some of the elements from the Injustice 2 design, because normally he has a T-shirt on there, under there. So I managed to like keep that look of it on there because I liked it, and then I wanted to each color to differentiate from each other. Like one of the purples and blues be by themselves on the jacket, and then the shirt part I wanted to make it like some darker blue type of color. Even with the pants too, they want to go with all black. So I stick with some bluish color, and I like how it came out. And then for the skin, it was pretty hard to pick out some of the skin colors for it too, because the cartoon one from the picture I found that's from the box sets for the cartoon itself, the colors were weird, so I used a mix up with the comic and then the Injustice unused design. And that's what I got. And then with the shading, I wanted to go a little darker with the skin, because I was trying to figure out how to do the lighting effects that go with it too, to bring it out some more. So you see in the finished drawing what I did, because I wouldn't be able to come up with it during the speed art process. And then I thought it was cool to give him like fingerless gloves, so for me to make it feel more natural for him to use his powers better. So you see him actually feeling the lightning coming out of his body, and then pushing it out his hands. So, because I used the same pose as the little picture, but it's a little different for what I did, because I have a problem with copying the pose I see. So I did what I can do with the pose, but it was like pretty good and dynamic, what some people told me. I really like how it was coming out. I was having fun with it, because I don't really get the opportunity to draw that many superheroes. Besides, my favorite is like Batman, and I've drawn Spider-Man like one time as a full digital drawing. If you haven't seen it, that's on my Twitter. And let's see, I'm planning to draw more heroes and other things I have planned out. I just have to like space them out a bit more with all the different characters I want to draw. I do want to draw another Batman, but like doing something as a full thing. Yeah, it's like I'm mostly drawing superheroes I like Static, and then I wanted to draw Batman, and then let's see. I think from Teen, like I want to draw something from Teen Titans too, because I want to draw Cyborg, because he's the coolest character among all the characters in that series. Like mostly from the animated version of it. Because I have never read that much comics as a kid, because as a kid my parents couldn't afford that much stuff. So I always relied on the superheroes from the cartoons more than the comics. Now, because there's the internet, I can watch videos of people reading the chapters now. Or like sometimes they have free comic book day and I get those. But the YouTube option is a little better for me. It's quicker. And then some comics are hard to find. If someone told me to go read this and it's really not easy to find. Yeah. And then, let's see. Oh yeah, because like, even with the gloves, are trying to make it nostalgic with the colors from the original look from the cartoon itself. So you see the blue, that's what the same color that's on the little shirt thing I put on them, and then there's white at the end of the glove, like with the wrist part. So I like bringing back colors from the original picture itself. So like doing that was pretty much bringing everything together, which between the new and the old versions of Static Shock. I did give him a little bit of scruff on his chin, so he looks like he's a little older. So I hope I did my best at showing that off, that he's a bit of an older dude, like somewhere in his 20s. I was trying to go with that, where he's at the point where he's already fully mastered his powers. Like basically what he could, what he's able to master from, while he's stopping crime. And I think I have the finished picture showing up on here too. Like you'll see, like I've thrown in like a basic cityscape looking background, just to so it doesn't look like he's nowhere. And didn't want to put a basic color background, because I'm still messing around and trying to make good backgrounds too. But making the lightning was a little hard. I had to look at a tutorial just a few minutes ago just to figure out how to do it, because I am almost done. Like I was already done with the drawing about an hour ago. Oh no, it'd be a few minutes too while looking at a tutorial how to do it. But I like how it came out. Pretty much the funnest thing I've drawn. Like Static was the funnest thing I've drawn as a superhero wise. But if I ever had to draw him again, I'm trying to make the lightning better and fix up more of like his outfit, because I need to get better with the mostly the clothes now. Like now almost my body proportions are getting better, but I'm still practicing and growing as an artist. But I'm still growing each time I do a newer drawing, and practicing on my own time, even when I'm doing commissions or just streaming regular art stuff on my streams. Let's see. Oh yeah, yesterday was Pokemon Day, so I did a stream. I don't know any of you saw my Twitter feed on your stuff. I mean, my Twitter notification. But we played some more Pokemon Uranium, and then did some random Pokemon little chibi things. And then now, because of YouTube's new thing, I'm no longer part of Freedom, but I've still used like some of their little services like the music. So I'm gonna have some music on here just to fill out some of the extra, like it's gonna be like so my voice is not the boring thing you hear, and you also hear some music in the background too. And I think that's it. But but if you guys want to support me still, I have a coffee page I'm gonna put in the description below. If you feel like supporting my work still, and later on I'm still thinking about a Etsy account. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Little Etsy store account just to sell some merchandise of my art. But yeah, if you have any suggestions on any other characters you want to see me draw, j- just don't hesitate and say it in the comments below. And any other like fan games you want to see me play, like Pokemon fan games in general, um, leave them in the comments below too. The one game I'm still playing is Pokemon 3D, and then because Pokemon Continental Destruction Z has not been updated yet, so I'm still waiting for that. And the other games I have like Outlast, Five Nights at Freddy's, Five Nights in Animes, they're all still coming back, and then Katawa Show is gonna come back very soon. But expect for more gaming and drawing from me on my channel. Like, fave, and subscribe for more, or you're going back to Arkham. Bye bye.